Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Everyone can hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Alhamdulillah. All right, we shall begin again. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world, and blessings be on our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family and his companions. Welcome everyone to a talk organized by CELPAD's OSH unit for OSH Awareness Campaign 2021, entitled Halal Products and Lifestyle. Our speaker today is none other than the famous, okay, we can say he's very known in IIUM community, Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir, a professor of food chemistry and biochemistry in INHART, okay, international in IIUM. And let me give a little background of our professor here. He is holding currently many positions which is involving in the halal industry. For example, he is a consultant. Okay, Prof is a consultant in Saudi Food and Drug Authority, SFDA, from the year 2019 up until now. He is also a leading consultant for the Hebara Group, okay, a halal poultry company in Singapore and Korea since 2018. And Prof is also an advisor for the Aladdin Group, a halal e-commerce company from also 2018. And then other than that, he has won a lot of awards as well as recognition. Some of them would be from the King Faisal International Prize Laureate 2018 in service to Islam. And then we have also the Indonesian Institute for Science, LIPI Award in 2019. All right. And he also has won a world-class scientist H Index 28, 2,603 citations, right? And also Habibi Award in 2013 for the recipient in medicine and biotechnology. So he is definitely the right person for you to ask if you have any inquiries or any, what do you call this, if you're unsure about this topic, okay? All right, now, without further ado, I would respectfully would like to invite Professor Irwandi Jaswir to deliver his talk. Oh, by the way, if any of you would like to ask any questions, you can type at the chat box, and then after Prof's talk, and then we will answer, we will have a Q&A session. All right. Tafadol, Prof.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Sister Arnie, for your kind introduction. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi rasulillah ajma'in. First of all, I would like to thank organizing committee, in this case, OSH unit here, CELPET, especially to Brother Asmadi for kindly inviting me to this occasion and share a little bit here knowledge that I have. It is my honor to be. I feel honored to be here with all the staff from CELPET and also the participants perhaps here from outside as well, because it is through YouTube channel as well. Allow me to share my slide presentation. Yeah, everyone can see my slide now.
Okay, Prof, can see.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. That the title that I would like to share with everyone today is halal products and lifestyle. This is something topic that very relevant to our daily life. Halal is of course our utmost concern in life. Yeah. Again, my name is Irwandi Jaswir. I'm currently attached to International Institute for Halal Research and Training in HART. Previously, I was with Kuliah of Engineering in the Department of Biotechnology Engineering. But since early last year, I was fully transferred with few other staff to in HART, yeah. International Islamic University Malaysia. Okay, just now, Sister Arnie mentioned about King Faisal International Prize, and then I would like to share a little bit about my experience when receiving this award. It was 2018. I was called to receive this award. Yeah. In the beginning, I didn't know who nominated myself, but later on, only after a few months, I came to know. Yeah, why I should share this picture today, because it's related to our topics today, related to halal. So during the award ceremony conducted in Riyadh, the committee told me that I am the first scientist to receive the award in the category of service to Islam. So normally, the award recipient is either state leaders, like here, Tun Mahathir, then also Pak Lah in 2011, or ulama, here Dr. Zakir Naik in 2015. And I am the first scientist to receive the award in this category. Yeah, left picture is Dr. Muhammad Nasir, is the first Indonesian to have received this award, and he is also former Prime Minister. Why I got the award? Yeah, according to the committee, the King Faisal Foundation, during the award, they mentioned to me that in the last 20 years, I have completed more than 30 research projects dedicated to halal science. So something that I learned from this is that we have to be consistent. Now, when you do research, when we do research, we have to be consistent in that field. Yeah, because there might people be people out there that look at your work. Yeah, and then more than 30 research projects completed. They have published more than 200 papers in this journal. I got now 7 patents, 3 of them are licensed or commercialized. and then presented international conferences, books and book chapters, yeah, and then more than 35 book and book chapters. Currently, 2 books to be launched this year, all of them related to halal, yeah? And then scientific awards, and then this is my Google Scholar Index is 30, and my Scopus is index 21. We start our topics today with Surah Al-Baqarah. Yeah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayuhan nas kulu mimma fil ar halalan thayyiban. So this is one of the famous ayah in Quran and also other hadiths, yeah. And this is the most famous one, I think, that mentioning about halal, yeah, mentioning about halal. Or you people, eat of what is on earth, halal and good. Yeah, halal and tayyiban. In most cases, halal is always followed by tayyiban. Yeah, the meaning of tayyiban, yeah, I think I know that in Selfed, a lot of scholars, yeah, Islamic scholar in this field, fiqh, Sharia. I may not be, you know, knowledgeable as all of you, yeah. But definition of good that I understand is that definition of tayyiban that I understand is that is a more than good actually. So it also includes the element of quality in the current management theory, yeah? Because in the past we look at the Quran translation, yeah, tayyiban, and then they translate good, or in Malay by, yeah. But according to the current development in science, tayyiban could be also wholesome, perhaps, or quality, yeah. Why quality? Sometimes during our audit, yeah, in the field, the product is good. The product is halal, sorry. The product is halal, but the element of cleanliness is not there. Yeah, sometimes it's not clean. Sometimes the factory is very messy, and so in terms of halal audit, it is not approved, yeah. We do not give the certificate for that kind of factory. So halal and tayyiban, I will explain about more about the tayyiban after this year. So we have to bear in mind this surah, yeah, Surah Al-Baqarah, this verse 168. You people eat what of what is on earth, halal and tayyib, and do not follow the footsteps of the evil one, yeah, for he is to you an overt enemy. So this is the basis for everything, the basis for everything in the halal industry. Okay, when we look at the current scenario, halal industry is more than just a religious obligation, yeah. Before we take halal food, halal product, because it is our religion asks us to do that, yeah, religious obligation. Okay, that's why in the past perhaps only we concerned about the food and beverages, yeah, food and beverages only. Later on, there is an organic and inorganic ingredients, yeah, and then after that we care perhaps about the logistics, yeah. But nowadays, the emerging sector in halal industry is not only food and beverages. It is also cosmetics, yeah, personal care and healthcare product. And this is what made the industry is very, very, very fast to grow, yeah, fast to grow. The cosmetic, personal care, and healthcare products, especially during the pandemic, healthcare product is one of the most demanded, yeah, halal products. And also tourism services, and then modest fashion. So the emerging sectors in halal industry are these three. Okay. And then halal industry now is also seen by non-Muslim people. Yeah. So it is not this is our domain. This is a Muslim, only Muslim concerned about halal. No, yeah. Non-Muslim event, yeah, also concerned about halal. For them, this is also part of their lifestyle. I have two statistics on this. First is 65%, for example, 65% of the meat, halal meat produced in New Zealand, 65% exported to non-Muslim countries. This is according to the Halal Meat Association, Manufacturing Association in New Zealand. 65% of the halal meat is consumed by exported to non-Muslim countries. Second, in Malaysia, the top two countries that imported Malaysian halal products are China and United Kingdom, UK. So these two countries are non-Muslim majority country. Yeah. So that's why if the Taliban aspect is included in our halal products, then the market of the product is actually not only Muslims, because a halal product can be consumed by non-Muslim as well. So it is part of the lifestyle nowadays. Okay, now I will talk about the halal business. Yeah, halal business. The total size of the halal market now is 3.1 trillion US dollars. Yeah, US dollar. It's a huge market. Yeah, huge market. Unfortunately, most of the Muslim countries, I'm not saying Malaysia, Malaysia is one of the good examples, but most of the Muslim countries are not major key players in the industry, meaning that most of the Muslims consumers nowadays are just consumers. We receive the product from non-Muslim countries. New Zealand, as I mentioned just now, and also Australia are among is a leading nations in the producing halal meat. Yeah. What about halal poultry? The leading country in producing halal poultry is Brazil. Yeah. And in Southeast Asia, Thailand is also benefited a lot from the 3.1 trillion halal market. I think maybe much bigger than many Muslim countries in the world. Why? Because they know the industry. In Thailand, there are only 5% Muslim. Yeah, but with the tagline now, Thailand is a kitchen of the world. They can penetrate other country to market the halal products. So this is the scenario. It's very huge potential there, and if we know, if we get in the halal industry, so we may be benefited from this industry. So other sectors here we can see in detail. This is how much the global Muslims spend. For food beverages is 1.3 trillion a year, 2017. Yeah, and also media, entertainment, pharmaceutical and cosmetics. Yeah, and then clothing. Yeah, and then travel, and also Islamic finance. And this is the ranking, in terms of global Islamic economy indicator. Malaysia is ranked number 1. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, Malaysia is ranked number 1. Okay, why Malaysia number 1? The answer is the ecosystem that we have. Alhamdulillah, in Malaysia, most of the ministries there is a halal unit or halal division. Yeah. For example, in the Ministry of Education or Ministry of Higher Education, where university is requested to offer halal program, something like that. Or Ministry of Research, niche area and halal is there for very long time. So whatever proposal that you submit, and as long as there is a keyword halal there, so the chance for your proposal to be accepted is much higher. Yeah. So this is the ecosystem that we have in Malaysia. And Malaysia is a good example for many other Muslim nations. Okay, so in Malaysia, we can see from production, halal food and beverages, halal pharmaceutical, be careful, pharmaceutical, a lot of critical points here, and halal ingredients, halal cosmetic and personal care, and the services is halal logistic, Islamic healthcare, Islamic tourism, Islamic banking, takaful, etc. is where we are very, very familiar with. The infrastructure, there are several halal industrial parks in Malaysia. Standard certification is very strong. Halal testing, a few universities, and also JAKIM itself got the halal lab, apart from the department chemistry lab. And then traceability system is one of the another thing that we had to look into here, because recently we read news about there is a halal meat contamination if it's not halal. For example, they import from one country, and in the middle the mix up is non-halal meat, and then in the end the product become non-halal, and this has been there for many years. And this is the issue. And also human capital, we produce a staff here. I mean, the person with halal knowledge. That in heart we have I think more than 30 trainings. We train the industry also. And then there's executive program as well, and then masters, undergraduate, masters, and PhD. All are available. So this is in the human capital, and not many countries follow Malaysia. Not many countries follow Malaysia. Brothers and sisters, during the pandemic, COVID-19, of course, some effect on the halal sectors. Muslim-friendly traveling is very much severely affected. But halal food and halal pharmaceuticals. Halal food and halal pharmaceutical is remained positive, meaning that not much changes. Even for pharmaceutical, there's a trend to increase. Why? Because during the pandemic or in whatever situation, people still need food and pharmaceuticals. There are three main issues when we talk about the halal product and lifestyle. Number one is the raw materials of the products and the processing, how it is made. So how it is made. So it's a processing one. And then, of course, from the academic point of view, authentication is also one of the area. The concept of Islam, the concept of halal and tayyiban in Islam is very clear. Is zero tolerance to non-halal contamination. It must be halal from A to Z, from source of origin till storage and distribution. From A to Z, from farm to plate. And then, but from scientific point of view, in every step of this processing, there is a possibility for non-halal contamination. Every step of this, for example, permitted animal is clear to us, permitted animals, okay, but the slaughtering process is a problem. I visited one place in Mindanao, I think a couple of years ago with JAKIM people. We observed one of the slaughterhouse there. And then they claim they follow JAKIM SOP, they follow the JAKIM procedure, whereby according to JAKIM procedure, the slaughtermen, those who slaughter the animal, must be practicing Muslim. So this is the regulation set by JAKIM. So the slaughtermen must be practicing Muslim. When we visited that place, yeah, the slaughterhouse, out of 5 slaughtermen, only 1 is Muslim. So this happened, yeah, meaning that out of 5 chicken, only 1 is halal. Okay, so this is what happened in the industry, yeah, sometimes. So the integrity, yeah, and then the audit monitoring is very, very important, especially if the manufacturer or factory or the slaughterhouse or the unit or business unit is owned by non-Muslim, and they do not have anyone who can advise them. Yeah, so this is very, very critical. Then ingredients and additive. So my background is food science technology, and my first degree is food science technology. And I learned that there are more than 500 food additives is added into the materials during the processing. There are more than 500, and sometimes it is, and then this additive is added in very, very small quantity. Yeah, very small quantity. Sometimes it's very hard to analyze in the lab. Yeah, because how small it is. Some of that additive is in ppm, yeah, part per million, meaning 1 gram in 1 million grams. So very, very small. Or part per billion ppb. Yeah? ppb. If our laboratory equipment is not sensitive enough to analyze these ingredients, so if it is non-halal, so we may not know that it is non-halal because we cannot identify it in the lab. Yeah, and also packaging, storage, transportations. Yeah, okay. This is some critical areas, yeah, in food and cosmetic and pharmaceutical as well. Okay. Number 1 is pig and its byproducts. So for example, pork, lard, and gelatin. Yeah, pork may be clear, yeah, to us. We are not going to take that. Lard as well, if we know that. But the gelatin sometimes, because it is in small quantities, and then some of the manufacturer do not reveal the origin of the gelatin in that packaging material. So we may not, unfortunately, yeah, or unintentionally take it, yeah, the gelatin. Why? 65% of the gelatin available in the world market now is derived from pig bone or pig skin, 65%. And 30%, 25 to 30% are derived from halal animal, but not slaughtered according to Islam. So it becomes non-halal as well. So only 5 to 10% of the gelatin worldwide is a halal one. Yeah. So hopefully the one that we consume every day is a halal one, inshallah. Next, enzyme. Rennet, for example, rennet is used in cheese production. Without rennet, we cannot produce cheese. Yeah. So rennet normally is extracted from the calf, the young calf stoma. Yeah, young calf stoma. So there is an issue whether the animal is slaughtered before the rennet is extracted. Okay. Similarly to other enzymes, pepsin, trypsin, etc., that widely used in food and pharmaceutical as well as cosmetics. Yeah. The issue with vaccine actually is the issue of the one of the issues is that the use of enzyme. Yeah, because trypsin, most of the trypsin is derived from pig. Emulsifiers. Similarly, mostly emulsifier is a fat derivative, mono and diglyceride, because the cheapest fat out there is lard, yeah, lard, because the production is a lot, yeah, and then they just produce emulsifier from lard, yeah, to produce mono and diglyceride, intoxicants, blood, etc. Okay, when we look at this animal, this is pig animal, yeah, this pig animal, and I took this from internet. Very, very useful picture. Yeah. Now, if we see this animal, almost all part of this animal has been commercially used now in our daily life. Commercially, yeah. So we have to be careful. Insulin, for example, here, yeah, and then from the inner. And then the skin, as I mentioned, is for gelatin production, also bone. And even hair nowadays, yeah, the hair of pig is used to produce cysteine. Cysteine, yeah, brothers and sisters, is one type of amino acid which is used widely in the production of in the bakery industry. In bakery industry, for example, to make the dough here develop very well, apart from the yeast, they also add this add cysteine. Yeah, and then hair is also used to make a toothbrush. Be careful, yeah, toothbrush or brush for ladies, yeah, to sisters to do makeup, yeah, or to make cake at home. Yeah, we use a brush as well, or for our children to draw. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, in Malaysia, I visited my family like drawing. So when we go to the shops, yeah, and then they put separately a halal brush and non-halal one. So the alhamdulillah, yeah, we at least we know, yeah, to choose. Okay, last year I published this book. Unfortunately, it is in Bahasa Indonesia, but for those who understand, yeah, Bahasa Indonesia, you can download this for free from this KNEKS website. Yeah, this is the list of reference in halal materials. Yeah, why I published this book? The reason is that from my findings, yeah, actually in Malaysia or Indonesia, we have the resources. Yeah, we have the resources to produce the food ingredients. Unfortunately, we do not, or we have not explored that much, yeah, so that we import a lot. For example, gelatin, yeah, we still import a lot, yeah, because gelatin is needed in food, in cosmetic, in pharmaceutical, yeah. It's hard to produce ourselves, yeah, so this is the reason, yeah, why I wrote the book, and then at least to open the eyes of the policymakers, yeah, that halal gelatin is industry is very, very critical and very, very important to be established, yeah. Apart from gelatin, flavors also, we have a lot of flavors, oleoresins, yeah, seasonings, enzyme, yeah. Unfortunately, we do not explore this. We do not explore this, and then we rely on the import. So once we rely on the import, then the problem with the halalness begins. Yeah. For example, yeah, gelatin. I visited one place in Europe that produce 1 month. They produce halal gelatin from bovine, from cows, and then the following month they produce a halal gelatin, non-halal gelatin from porcine, from pig. They use the same machinery, the same production line. Yeah. This happened in Europe, yeah. So why they produce halal? Originally, the company only produced porcine gelatin, but recently there is a request from Middle East that if you want to export your cosmetic to us, please use a halal gelatin. Then they start producing halal gelatin as well. Unfortunately, the knowledge is not enough here. They do not know, they just mix up. Every month they change, yeah, the production, which is not acceptable, yeah, from Islamic point of view. It is not halal, okay? Okay, this is a Korean cosmetics. Yeah, Korean cosmetic. In Korea, brothers, sisters, there are more than 2,000 companies, yeah, related to cosmetic. Yeah, mungkin some of you, yeah, have chance to visit Korea because you like Korean drama a lot, perhaps. And then there is one place in Seoul, namely Itaewon. Yeah, in Taiwan, a lot of cosmetic shops, yeah, in the center of cosmetic shops. And then you can find a lot of halal cosmetic nowadays, yeah. Also near the mosque here in Taiwan. Yeah. Why now in Korea, the cosmetic industry is encouraged by the government to get into the halal, yeah, to get into halal industry. Yeah, then now with more than 2,000 factories or 2,000 brands in Korea, they already conquer about 20% of the world market size of cosmetics. Yeah. Now by getting in the halal industry, the market size here, the market share from Korea increased a lot. Yeah, I met the minister of consumer affairs the other day. Yeah, and then he mentioned about this. Yeah, brothers and sisters, in heart got very good collaboration with Korea. Whereby before COVID, normally we travel to Korea almost every 2 months. Yeah, one or two of us will go there to educate the industry and then to do the audit, yeah, of the industry. This is one of the example when 3 of us, I think myself, Ustad Aizat, and also Dr. Shakirin, yeah, we visited the supplement company. In Korea, ginseng is very, very famous. And then most of the ginseng company now already certified halal by INHAT. Yeah. This is one of the university in Korea that we have a collaboration with. So they're really, really excited, yeah, to quote unquote to halalize their products. So they like to have a halal product. So before this, when I was the director in HAL, I think sometimes ago, so every week we receive a delegate, yeah, from outside, yeah, and we have the most of from Korea. And one day they came to us, this very, very funny story. One day they came to us, 3 of them, and then they brought one box. We thought it is souvenir, because normally they come and then they bring souvenir, ginseng, etc. Yeah? And then when we open the souvenir, you know what? Inside is soil, yeah, or clay, yeah. Inside it's a clay. And then we asked them why, what is it? And they said, can you certify this clay is halal? This is something like that, because they really wanted to get into the halal industry. And then we told them the land or the soil cannot be certified halal. It's already halal already, by nature is halal. And then what they said, this is we want to prove, we want to ensure that in this land, because they use that land for growing ginseng, and then they said that we are sure that none of the pigs here crossing on the land. So this is the understanding about halal. They want to make sure this, and then they want to make halal products as their brand now, yeah, in Korea. This is another story here when we visited Korea. This is, you see the bottle is this a vinegar or cuka, in Malay, cuka. This is how the government attack in the food industry and also lifestyle. Yeah, in one place in the rural area near Seoul, so the village produced this kind of what is lemon or lime or what? Yeah. Macam jeruk nipis, ya, nipis. Then the all farmers, the 400 farmers, produce the same thing, the same fruit. But the government provide this we call biofermenter, biofermenter. So this is biotechnology machine that can ferment this fruit to become alcohol. And then another biofermenter to produce alcohol, to transform alcohol to make vinegar. Yeah, and then this kind of vinegar, very type of vinegar actually, is exported to 43 Muslim countries. Yeah, brothers and sisters, yeah, inshallah. Yeah, they know the industry. So, and then we asked them, why you sent to the Muslim country? And then the CEO told us, this is one of them, the CEO, told us that in Islam, in Hadith, he said Hadith, yeah, in Hadith, it is mentioned that vinegar is one of the remedies that Rasulullah said, yeah, is salah satu ubat. Then we can see that even non-Muslim read Hadith and make the industry. Yeah? So again, us, yeah, we as a Muslim, just a consumer of the products. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning just now. Even though halal is our concern, but in most cases, our needs are supplied by non-Muslim. Similarly to Japan, yeah, in Japan, since 2013, we already went to Japan every few months and to educate them, yeah, because the target at the time is Olympic 2020, yeah, which was recently held, yeah, in 2021. Yeah, for them, I still remember that 1/3 of the visitors during Olympic are Muslim, yeah, Muslim. So this is the reason for them. Again, this is the reason is a business. Yeah? And every time we conducted the Muslim-friendly tourism for Japanese, about 400, 500 participants attend. Yeah, so this is very, very good response from Japan. This is in Saudi. I think it's nothing. No, because Saudi is, of course, yeah, they need to be organize this kind of product. In Xinjiang, I think in China, yeah, in Xinjiang, we visited this place also. And then they're very, very concerned, particularly about halal nowadays, the halal industry. Of course, now we see something in Xinjiang, yeah, which is unfavorable, yeah, to the Muslim. In China, in Pingliang, there is a halal hub. Yeah, brothers and sisters, in Pingliang, there is a halal hub owned by a Muslim, yeah, very, very good Muslim. He also owned the pesantren there, yeah, pondok, yeah, sekolah pondok, because his father is ulama in China. So he has, I think, 7-story building that can accommodate. They are all product from China to be exported worldwide, and also product from outside China and to be distributed in China. So this is a halal hub, yeah, owned by our Muslim brother. In Taiwan, a small country, and then they also already attracted, yeah, to get into the halal business. Brothers, sisters, apart from the materials, yeah, we need, or know what we have done at INHART also, to do research related to halal authentication. I think this is one of the focus area, yeah, by INHART. We use various type of instruments to analyze, to detect whether non-halal contamination is there or not in our sample. Yeah, I do not want to get into detail because maybe some of you is not familiar with this instrument. The name is infrared spectroscopy, electronic noise differential scanning, molecular biology. We call PCR now. I think since during the pandemic, yeah, PCR has become popular, but we have used PCR much earlier than 2019. Yeah, long ago, we already used this for detection of non-halal contamination. Yeah, these are the challenges that we're facing. Of course, yeah, it's not easy to detect a non-halal in one sample. Yeah, because why? Sometimes if it is the pure sample, it's easier for us. For example, we go by pig meat, for example, or pig lard. We just extract the lard and then we identify. It's easier, we can see the difference. But if it is in processed food, it's a bit difficult. Why? Because it's already mixed up with other type of food composition, you know, whether protein or fat or carbohydrate. And we use this infrared to identify the lard concentration. I just make it quick in this part. We analyze in the computer. There's a software to do this, to group the component of the food. For example, here you see the pattern of lard. Here, lard different from palm oil, corn oil, peanut oil, sesame oil, coconut oil. So if we have a sample that we can get this pattern, then we can suspect that it is containing non-halal one. And then the PCR, we can see here, chicken and beef, the spectrum more or less flat, flat on the basis, chicken and beef. But if we have pork here, the spectrum, see, increase here, this goes up, here. Then we use a real-time PCR. And then this technology we use to do screening, for the food. We study this in one of the Middle East countries the other day. We got research grant there, and then we identified what do we do? We identified the food, especially the snacks product for children, that imported by that country. So that country normally they just import. They're a very rich country. They just import all the food. So our task was to extract the gelatin from the food, and then we extract DNA from the gelatin, and then we applied that technology just now. And then, brothers and sisters, our finding was at the time 18% of the food available in the market in the country, snacks product, contained porcine DNA. So we analyze that DNA. So that's why monitoring process is very important. From time to time, we need to, somebody need to control what the product that available in the market. It may happen. This is in Middle East country. Middle East country. Then imagine maybe we also have this or in our neighboring countries. We also conducted a study to analyze, to distinguish alcohol, industrial ethanol, and khamar. Khamar is haram in Islam. But industrial ethanol, this according to the fatwa, can be used for some little bit and extent. In Malaysia, 0.2% of industrial ethanol is allowable to be used as a solvent atau untuk melarutkan, to dissolve. Because some of the bioactive compound cannot be dissolved in, some of the natural compound or bioactive cannot be dissolved in water. So we need organic solvent. That's why we use industrial ethanol. So industrial ethanol normally is produced from the petrochemical pathway, different from khamar. Khamar is produced from fruit fermentation or carbohydrate fermentation. So khamar is haram, no matter the quantity is. We conduct a study to distinguish red wine, this is non-halal, cooking wine or white wine, in comparison with industrial alcohol. So we can distinguish this using gas chromatography. The name is gas chromatography. So brothers and sisters who like to see the instrument, you may come and visit our lab near the engineering building. Okay, this is common critical ingredient pharmaceutical. Number one is placenta. I think especially the ladies, sisters, placenta is very well known for its benefits as anti-aging, because it contains anti-aging properties. Placenta. So make sure that the cosmetic that we use contain halal placenta only. Halal placenta only. It happened one day we visited a place in Hiroshima in Japan. Hiroshima in Japan. Then I saw, because I live in Japan before. I did my postdoctorate for 2 years in Japan, so I know a little bit the Japanese characters, I call kanji. So when I visited that place, I saw the kanji of pig here, we call buta in Japanese. Yeah, and then I asked them, what is that? This is a placenta, yeah? Placenta from pig. And who used this? They said, cosmetic company. Yeah, cosmetic company, because the placenta is used in the lotion, in the skin care products, yeah, skin care product. And then now through the nanotechnology process, yeah, this placenta, there is one machine they call it high pressure processing. Yeah, you put the placenta in, and then within 1 minute, the placenta become very, very tiny size. Yeah, we call this nano size. Maybe almost nano size, yeah. And the cosmetic company like it very much because it is easily absorbed by your skin. So they just transfer into their products. The next one, lard and then gelatin and collagen. The collagen is also an issue, yeah, because in Malaysia, people like to buy collagen a lot, yeah. Once you mention collagen in your product, and then inshallah the product is sellable. Yeah, but make sure that the collagen is from halal one. Okay, ingredient and cosmetic more or less the same. Yeah, when we do audit in Korea, yeah, in most cases we audit the cosmetic company. Yeah, cosmetic company, and then there is the challenge actually in the cosmetic company because there are a lot of ingredients needed. Yeah. So in one particular cosmetic products, let's say lotion, it could have up to 40 or 50 types chemicals. So it's very, very critical in terms of the halalness. Yeah, and then we at InHeart, we check one by one whether there is a non-halal contamination or not. Okay, this is gelatin is used for capsule, for example. Yeah, for capsule, because 65% of our hard capsule in our course in pharmaceutical must be gelatin. So this is one of the requirements. That's why we conduct a lot of research on the gelatin. Yeah, at least more than 10 projects have been done. Yeah, this camel gelatin in Saudi Arabia, nanoparticles, etc. Last year alone, I produced 4 PhD students studying gelatin only, yeah, studying gelatin, various aspects of gelatin. Okay, and this is a workshop that we conducted in Saudi. And then gelatin also an issue in Malaysia. Okay, and then we do not have enough supply for the halal gelatin. This is pilot plant of gelatin derivative. And Indonesia also the same. They spend a lot of this in rupiah, Indonesia rupiah, billion Indonesia rupiah to import halal gelatin. Other than that is we are actually rich in the natural resources, especially the marine resources. Seaweed or algae is one of the examples. This is what we study. It contains antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, anti-obesity. Yeah, so this is what we study. Yeah, and then our anti-obesity product from seaweed is already sold in Japan. Yeah, because we started our work with a Japanese partner. They are from University of Hokkaido. So we study the seaweed, yeah, brown seaweed that can be used as anti-obesity. Just example here, for those who want to become slimmer, yeah. So they can take the seaweed, yeah, it contains anti-obesity one. As an example here, this is an animal tissue. Control is become a bigger and bigger, but if the animal is fed with the seaweed, and they can, the what you call white adipose tissue become remain the same size, yeah. So this is the reason why I consider as a anti-obesity. This is our laboratory at InHeart. This machinery that we have, alhamdulillah. And from time to time, we also appear on TV or radio, yeah, to educate our society, because the halal issues in the past and current situation are different. different. Yeah, a lot of issues related to halal. The challenges, of course, yeah, a lot of challenges. So one of them is the harmonizing the standard. That it's not the same. Yeah, meaning that Malaysia have one, Indonesia have a Middle East. Also, even in Japan, there are 13 certification body. Yeah, so this is that. This is not like ISO. Yeah, ISO is only one everywhere the same. Yeah, but halal is different. Every country they have their own one. Yeah. So there is last time, yeah, my friend when she already got JAKIM certificate, and then when she want to export the product to another country, then that country asking for another certification body. And then she asked me whether Islam in Malaysia and that country is same or not. So this is jeopardize the Islam image, yeah, image of Islam. This is our in-hub training center. We went to many places worldwide, yeah. So this is our partners. I think I make it. I think time is then one of this last topic, perhaps this is a halal purification practice. Also one of the innovation in halal research as well. Yeah. For example, we want to go somewhere and then we do not have a clay to do sama. In a sama, yeah. In Islam, if one object is contaminated with najis mughallaza, we have to do sama. So sama is one of 7 times washing, and one of them is clay. Yeah. So the clay now is already available in the supermarket. You can buy, and then if you want to travel to non-Muslim country, you can bring this. Yeah. And also the soap here, tahra, for example, this the clay is already there. The soil is already there, so it's making our life easier. And then what happened to the storage, for example, yeah, because there are 2 halal port is being built in Malaysia and then also in Middle East. Yeah, in this particular port, is none of the contaminated products or objects are allowed. Yeah, so we have to do this. Yeah, how to sum up room, for example, or the warehouse, yeah, storage. So we develop this. Yeah, and then there is a clay inside. Yeah, clay is inside, and also approved by JAKIM. So we do not need to do it manually. Yeah. So our research is very important, need to be in line with the industry, what the industry need. In Korea, already 81% is already linked to the industry, but in Malaysia, only 21. The rest still remain the university, end up with their papers or the books on the year, but if possible, we make it better, and then we work together with the industry. This is a trend, I think I skipped this. This is one of my product I launched last year. Because during the pandemic, we need to enhance our immune system. So the product is immune booster. It's from local herbs. And then finally, I will invite all of you, if you have scientific papers, you may submit your article to this journal. Yeah, we purposely developed this journal because it's very limited. Yeah, a journal related to halal now. So this is IJ Halal ORG. I serve as a editor in chief. I think with that, I end my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prof, for the insight about what halal is all about. Yeah, so there's so many things that involves before getting the halal certification, isn't it? Prof, there is one comment or question in the chat from Ustaz Abdullah. He says here, Prof, since you are the expert in the matter, We need assurance from you that our claimed halal product in Malaysia is really halal and clean from any shubha, and particularly on the vaccination issue. Do you have any comments on that, Prof?
For the halal certified products, I think we should not have any. I mean, we should accept whatever they already certified by JAKIM, because JAKIM is one of the most respected halal certification body in the world. So the way they do audit is one of the best in the world. So should be no question about what JAKIM has done. So if it is the JAKIM JAKIM logos, we should not have a question anymore. Just accept it. This is the purpose of certification body, because we do not have a capability to do our own. We cannot just buy and then bring to the lab. Yeah, if you have, even if you know to conduct the testing is so costly. So this is the importance of the certification. Okay, but if the certification body from other than JAKIM, and then you refer to the JAKIM website, JAKIM recognized 73 other certification bodies, meaning that JAKIM already audit the way they audit the certification. So this is what, and then I think it's very rare to see other product with the other than the 73 certification body marketed in Malaysia market. Yeah, and then with regard to vaccine, this is very question. Yeah, actually I don't want to answer this. Yeah, but this is my answer is like this. Yeah. There are two things. Yeah. Number one is, for any product, if you are sure that it is halal, you can take it. You don't need to wait until it is certified, because certification only, this is one of the procedure. Yeah. For example, if you cook at home, or your neighbor sell nasi lemak, and then it's halal, you don't need to get the certification to buy it, right? Okay. Second, but yeah, if you do not know, then certification logo, halal logo is very helpful. Then back to the vaccine. Yeah, actually in vaccine there are three issues that make the vaccine is doubtful. Yeah, doubtful. I forgot what the three. One of them is the enzyme, the use of enzyme. Yeah, the use of them. Then another two, I forgot things. Yeah, but this is very enzyme, because most of the enzyme is derived from, especially trypsin, is derived from pig animal. Okay, trypsin. Yeah, but now they say there is a halal trypsin as well already used in the vaccine industry, but normally in the vaccine industry they use a pig trypsin. Not only in the vaccine industry, even in our laboratory, pepsin also derived from pig. This one day my master student, she is now our staff at INHART. My master student wanted to extract fish gelatin using enzymatic process, and then she said, Prof, I got the enzyme for free. Really? I said, because the enzyme is normally expensive. And then she got from one company 500 grams. It's very big amount. And then for free. And then when she wanted to extract the enzyme from fish, I asked her, are you sure that your enzyme is halal? Please double check. And then she called the company from Japan. And then the company said, oh, this is from pig. Yeah, so even pepsin is also from pig a lot. And then we do not use this, but we can use this for experiments in the lab. So if we are sure that the trypsin for vaccine is halal, so we can take it. Okay, and then what about the vaccine? Yeah, in Malaysia. Yeah, in issue of vaccine, first is if it is certified, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, there are COVID-19 vaccine that is already certified. Yeah, there is. Yeah, and then the use of vaccine. Yeah, according to ulama. Yeah, according to ulama, I follow the Indonesian fatwa, Majlis Ulama Indonesia fatwa. In Indonesia, the same. Majlis Ulama Indonesia went to audit only Sinovac, yeah, in China, yeah, and then it's halal. It's halal because they do and check everything is halal. Sinovac is halal, and then certified by Majlis Ulama Indonesia. Yeah. But other than that, in Indonesia, the status is considered darura. Yeah, darura, meaning that because it is the situation is in pandemic, and then you may use a non-halal materials. Yeah, so if it is, let's say it is not halal, the material, the content is not halal, but you can use, you still can use it because it is darura. So this is what I can say, yeah, in terms of vaccine. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof, for the very detailed explanation about halal in our JAKIM as well as in our vaccination. Okay, do we have any more questions from the audience? Thank you, Ustaz Abdullah, for the question just now. Any more? Anyone else? You can unmute and ask Prof yourself if you want to, or you can type your questions in the chat box. No questions. Okay. I think probably if, you know, once when the border is open again and everybody is going out for, what do you call this, for holiday, going to overseas, then I think they would have more questions to ask about halal.
Yeah, very critical situation as well.
Yes, yeah, but in some countries.
Yeah, but I think the situation now much better. Yeah, for example, in Japan now, when you travel to Japan in the airport, you can have surau now. Even in Narita, there are 2 or 3 halal restaurants. So this is a good development, yeah, in terms of halal. And then compared to, let's say, 5 to 10 years ago, yeah, you go to Taiwan, there is a prayer room, there is a halal. So the halal is now becoming a more and more acceptable by everyone, and then they provide for Muslim because they see this from the business perspective. Yeah, if there is this is a business for them. So for us, is of course is religious obligation. But for them, it's business, so they provide for us. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Prof, we got one more question here. Somebody asked, I want to propose idea. Can UIAM make test kit for citizens to test their food or cosmetic, whether or not there are non-halal items in these products? Is there such thing as a test kit, Prof?
Yeah, actually to analyze, so we have, we can bring the sample to lab. I think you can send it to our lab, yeah, near the HS canteen, very close. But the test kit, we had the project last time, and then our project funded by Agency Inovasi Malaysia, AIM, and then the pattern that we use, portable electronic nose, Yeah, we have portable electronic nose that can detect both alcohol and lard. Yeah, so we call this lard pen, a lard alcohol detector pen. So the size is like pen, like this, like pen. Yeah, and then this prototype is there already. And then when we got the grant, it's a big grant, and then this is awarded to one of the Bumi company. And then now the ball is with them. Yeah, our patent is already licensed to them. So we cannot say anything now, and because they're supposed to make mass production of that, because this is one of the purpose of the AIM grant. It's a big grant, more than 1 million. Yeah, yeah. So this is the situation, but maybe after the agreement expire and there is a no, they cannot produce, for example, maybe we license to another company. This is what our plan. Thank you.
Okay, so for the person who sent the question just now, like Prof said, if you would like to have your food or your cosmetic check, you can actually drop by the InHeart, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Prof, there's another question by Ustaz Abdullah. I can smell that he wants to do some collaboration with you here.
Okay,
He asks, do you have any collaboration with any fatwa bodies in Malaysia to develop SOP on halal? Or is there any research grants granted from JAKIM or JAIS, for example?
I think, thank you, Ustaz Abdullah. I think we need to have a teh tarik session after this. Yeah, once his canteen is open, yeah, our campus. So we have a few grants which related to standard. Yeah, maybe not from JAKIM or JAIS. We have a grant from ministries. Yeah, I think in 2016 we have a big grant from Ministry of Higher Education dedicated for halal. So various from science to non-science. Or the range of the grant, yeah, about 4 or 5 million that's last time we distributed to various researchers. And then in the last 3 or 4 years, I think Dr. Shakirin from architecture got various research grant related to the standard. Dr. Shakirin is a leading researcher to develop standard on the Muslim-friendly hospitality and tourism, for example, yeah. And then the output of the grant, output of the research is submitted to Islamic Tourism Center, ITC, Ministry of Tourism, and it already, I think, taken by them, yeah, because the user is the ITC, Islamic Tourism Center, and then Dr. Shakir is still developing various type of standard, Muslim-friendly tourism, Muslim friendly hotel rating system. Yeah. Even there is a spa Sharia compliant, something like that. Yeah. So a lot of standard. Yeah, a lot of standard that he developed. And then we welcome that Ustaz Abdullah. So you like to collaborate, and then if you know JAKIM and JAIS, people who can fund our grant, I think a lot of things need to be done, need to study, yeah, because halal just a very beginning, yeah, in everywhere. Malaysia is quite advanced, yeah, but a lot of things need to be done. One of our researchers, for example, study on the Jalala, Al-Jalala. Jalala means it is fed with non-halal. For example, the fish is fed with non-halal products. Normally, the residue or waste of the slaughterhouse, yeah. Because there is a case last time, yeah, ikan keli diberi makan ini dari khinzir. I think it's a long sometimes ago, yeah. And then our researchers study on this, how long the DNA or pig DNA remain in the fish. So collaboration, science and non-science. And we also have a lot of students or graduate from IRKHS and do masters and PhD with us. And then to supervise them, we also invite researchers or academics from RKHS. We have a lot. We have a lot. So normally, if the student need to do research related to the previous, the undergraduate final year project, for example, or in social science, so we invite the researcher from that particular department, and the in-heart is only to help, to facilitate and the register and the in-heart. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so Ustaz Abdullah, don't forget to get your teh tarik appointment with Prof. Okay, do we have any more questions? Okay, if we don't have any more questions from the audience, Prof, would you like to conclude?
Yeah, it's just very clear to us that halal is our obligations, religious obligation, and we have the first, to us is the first thing that come across our mind is that this is Allah us to do this. So for others, maybe this is for that they do the business from the business perspective, but for us it should be as a religious obligation. This is number one. Number two is most of the Muslim countries, they are just consumers of halal product. They are not producers, and this is create a lot of issues. They're just and then this is the reason why we encourage our students, they're going to graduate and etc., to become halal entrepreneurs. We should supply our needs by ourselves, our Muslim, because if Muslim do business in halal product, I think they know what they need to do. They're not, no hanky-panky, no such thing happen in the industry. So the halal integrity is very, very important. I think this the message that I would like to convey, inshallah. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
All right. Is there someone who would like to say something just now? No. Okay, so with that, I would like, Alhamdulillah, okay, with that we have come to the end of our talk, all right, on halal products. And before we end, I would like to thank the organizer, and again, I would like to thank Prof for spending his time with us today, and also for enlightening us on the issue of halal, okay, because like Prof said just now, this is important in our ibadah and as well as in our daily life, okay, to ensure that we are aware, okay, and we have to take this matter seriously. So again, thank you very much, Prof.
Welcome.
Okay, organizer, Ustaz Asmadi, would you like to say anything?
Same. Thank you to Prof for the useful information to sharing with all of us. And also thank you to Sister Ani. Okay, all participants also. Thank you.
All right. Okay, with that, Assalamualaikum. Oh, Ustazah is there.
Prof, just want to ask you something, because I have project in Japan as Da'wah project, and then we own our own. We actually purchase our own building, 5-story building to do the Da'wah, and then the second floor meant to be related to halal services. Okay. So that is why I keep asking you regarding the halal issue, particularly if you have connection to assist our dakwah program in Japan, particularly for that building. And then we also have friends in Japan in Kobe, because Kobe one of the important product of Kobe is Kobe Wagyu, Kobe Wagyu.
Yeah, beef, yeah.
And then we have our Malaysian friends working in Kobe at the slaughtering house. And then alhamdulillah, they demonstrated the halal slaughtering in one of the slaughtering house in Kobe. And then alhamdulillah, the beef is far more delicious compared to the previous slaughtering system.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep asking you, because I need connection to assist our da'wah program there. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. So we have contact there with certification bodies, and I myself also conducted halal lead auditor trainings. Normally before audit, before COVID, we travel there every 6 months, something like that. And then from time to time we visited many factories as well there. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so that's the teh tarik session. Ustazlah, don't forget to take me along for the teh tarik.
Inshallah, sister, you may join.
Okay.
All right, so thank you very much, everybody. I hope all that is good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, and any lackings and any thing which, what do you call this, kekurangan would be from us, our family in Salpat. So thank you again, Prof, for making the time. We hope to have another session with you again in the future, and probably, after this, if we have more questions or things that we are unsure of, I'm sure Prof is just a step away, and he's just in Heart, so we can drop by and see him if you would like to know anything more in detail. So again, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.